One of the major decisions that a mother will make soon after she has a baby is what the baby will eat. Today's video will help you make a decision between formula and breastfeeding for your baby. Keep watching. This topic is one which generates a lot of mommy guilt and is one that is often heatedly discussed across different forums. While I'll be discussing on the pros and cons of both methods and helping you to make a decision, the decision on what to feed your baby is the personal one and should be what is best for the baby at that point in time. If you are still confused about what choice to make, please watch this video to the end. To start with, it's important to know what is in both types of milk, the price implication or the cost implications, and their impact on the health of the baby and the mother. Both formula and breast milk contains energy, nutrients, and water that the baby needs to grow. However, despite how advanced formula feeding and breast milk substitutes have become, they are nowhere close to breast milk. In fact, it is said that breast milk is a living organism on its own. The taste of breast milk differs according to what you eat, and then it adapts to what your baby needs at that particular time. Breast milk has advanced over time, over years, and has slowly become complex enough to meet the demands of a human being as compared to cow milk, from which formula feeds are made of. Infant formula contains cow milk, emulsifiers, milk sugars, stabilizers, and ingredients to ensure that water and all they make that the formula itself mixes with water and stays preserved for as long as possible. It also contains vitamins, nutrients, amino acids, and probiotics that also benefit the baby. Like I said, breast milk is a living fluid and adapts to your baby's needs as it grows. If your baby requires antibodies to fight an infection, breast milk develops antibodies to fight infection that your baby needs. So whatever ongoing infection in the body or that may come to the child at that time, the breast milk is usually prepared to fight whatever may come up. Let's talk about the health benefits. Breast milk can be associated with good academic performance, as children that are breastfed do very well in school. They are also less likely to have diarrhea, less likely to have infections, more likely to have good eyesight and good immunity, and less likely to fall ill. It reduces the risk of a baby developing diabetes, asthma, allergic reaction, and other medical conditions. Most importantly for mothers, it helps mothers snap back quickly, helps them get back into shape and lose weight as quickly as possible to their pre-pregnant state. Now let's talk about the cost. Breast milk saves you the stress of washing up, buying infant formula and all the accessories. Am I the only one that has noticed that baby stuff costs more? Some baby milk or breast milk substitute costs as much as 20,000 per tin, and you can have a child taking as much as 1 tin per milk. That's quite a lot of cost. Now, in an environment where you have problems with water, this can be very important, especially in a place where you have problems with water or water shortage. You find that infant formula feeding might become a challenge for mothers in that environment. Breast milk, like I said earlier on, has different flavors according to what you eat, while infant formula has one taste at every point in time. Breastfeeding encourages mothers to eat more in order to make good milk for their baby, and it therefore encourages healthy eating in mother and child. Now, when bottle feeding, any member of the family can feed the baby, as against breastfeeding where unless you are expressing and putting in bottles, it might be a bit of a challenge. Formula feeds may be associated with constipation, especially if they are not measured correctly, while breast milk is less associated with digestive problems because it is just right for the baby. It is far easier to initiate formula feeding than breastfeeding. In a lot of cases, especially for new and first-time moms, it can be tedious to initiate the process, especially in the first few weeks, while for infant formula feeding is a start-and-go process. It can also be difficult to measure how much your baby is getting if you're breastfeeding unless you are expressing the milk. Keeping up with a regular schedule of breastfeeding can be a challenge, especially when the mother resumes work and has to go away for some periods of time, as against infant formula feeding. Again, some medications have been known to cross into breast milk, while you do not have this challenge with feeding a baby with infant formula. While breastfeeding and formula feeding have their pros and cons, please have it at the back of your mind that there is no best choice but the healthiest choice for the baby. The benefits of breastfeeding are huge and well documented, and therefore a plan should be laid out, where you decide to breastfeed your baby, and breastfeeding should be encouraged as much as possible. Thank you for watching this video.